Hello and welcome everyone, this is the VG Pierce. I'll be coming at you with some Cabal Vision Champions Cup 9 playoffs. And we are in the first round. And we are going to have coverage of just about all of the games here on my Twitch channel. But I will be putting some of the better ones on the YouTube channel. I believe I'll be trying to focus up on the newer race that just came out, the Legendary Edition. Such as the Vampires, Halflings, Goblins, and the Amazon team. So... hey, speaking of, we are going to be talking about the Amazon team, or actually about the show, the Amazon team. And so without further ado, let's get to the game. And it is going to be a nice quick replay for you guys, and hopefully you guys can sit back and relax and enjoy the show. So in my preliminary predictions, I did say that, well, it might be a short tournament for the girls because higher TV, Amazon's just not really a thing for them. But they may have an opportunity to win today. They all will be going against the Bretonnian team, coached by Hughsebio, or Hughsebio, the Knights of Good. And girls just want to have fun. OmegaAlphaBaby and yes, the Goblin star player. You guys know him. And if you guys have played in this season's ladder, you guys have seen plenty of him. And oh, what's this? We have yet another star player. So those are kind of the juggernauts that we're going to see on the pitch today. Maybe the Amazon team will be able to get them going and hopefully be able to get a bunch of injuries. I'm quite sure that is quite possibly the thing that the Amazon team is going to hope for today's match. The star player, Bertha. It's Big Bertha. With break tackle and dodged. And also with that mighty blow. He's got 6 movement allowance, 5 strength, 2 agility. So pretty good star player there. And he's going to be going against a Bretonnian team. Hopefully he might be able to get some injuries off on the front line. Maybe even off against these blockers. So we'll see if that's going to be a thing. But moreover, the Goblin on the pitch as well, so we'll be able to put that chainsaw to use. And I'm not exactly sure what is going to be the inducements as of yet, but let's go ahead and take a look at the skills as we are about to get underway. So, Amazon team, OmegaAlphaBaby. I really like that coach name, OmegaAlphaBaby. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look. We got this catcher, Andromeda, or Andromeda. We'll have the block skill and also diving catch for her. +1 in agility catcher right over here with that sure feet. And also gonna have the +1 in agility. Oh, that's beautiful right there. She can definitely go very far in this tournament. Take this team pretty far as well. So not too bad for the Amazon team. The thing about this Amazon team, all of them comes inherent with that dodge ability. So they definitely get themselves away in the beginning, but in the later TVs they kind of drop off because once people get tackled, then a lot of times the Amazons, well, they don't really get a lot of great stat ups, right? And just the skills aren't necessarily there for them. But they do start off with the 4 blitzers that does have access to the blodge straight away, so that is the really nice thing. They can kind of build off of them and hopefully be able to make them more or less like war dancers in a later bit. But it's almost like if you're going to make them war dancers, might as well play wood elves, right? But yes, gonna have wrestle and also that guard ability over here for that line movement. So that's going to be pretty nice line movement here, also with the wrestle and the guard ability. So that's really great for the Amazon team. A couple of girls there with that guard ability, very useful if they want to make some holes, pry open some files, and so that their catcher with that +1 in agility can fly on through. And also gonna have that very threatening thrower with the sure hands and also the accurate for her. It's not too bad, and I guess this Bretonnian team might actually see some real magic here because, well, the Bretonnian team's not that threatening themselves. So wrestle here all for the blockers and then guard for these two, and then gonna have a wrestle lineman there. Again, I almost feel like she should get 30 player. I mean, that's just me. First skill for your lineman, take 30 player, not necessarily wrestle. That's why you got blockers. But I can understand this because, hey, armor value 7. They're the guys that usually stays up the front line. You want to keep them alive. There you go. Understood. But, you know, I definitely have played against Bretonnian teams who opted to go with 30 player first, and those guys are extraordinarily annoying to deal with, and boy, maybe 30 players going to be for these other guys, huh? No, looks like his bench also no 30 players, and armor value 7 for the Amazons could be taken advantage of if he had some more 30 players, but that's not the case here. Does have +1 in strength, stand firm with that guard ability for that blocker, so very nice and beefy, and then the tackle mighty blow with the +1 here for this other blocker, so definitely a strong combination, as well as having the knight with the mighty blow and the tackle ability, and then another knight built more for the ball handling, sure hand sidestep with the dodge, and also the sure feet diving tackle, and then a regular level 1 knight. So we are on the way. A couple of guys on the bench for the Bretonnian team. Fan factor, looks like going to be nothing else here. Lots of star players, tell you what, for this team, and so we are ready to rock. Bretonnian team looks like they have the favor, and they will receive the ball. And in my preliminary predictions are looking good, you know, 5-0 at this point in my predictions. If you guys haven't seen the games, you can catch all the games on my Twitch channel, and again, I am putting some of the better ones on the YouTube channel, and again, my coverage is going to be more geared, at least for this first couple of rounds, it's going to be more geared towards these Legendary Edition teams, because I really want to see them in action. I haven't really seen them in action in ever since I played Blood Bowl Chaos Edition a great many years ago, so I'm really excited to see what the Amazon team can bring here and can take on some of the players here in the Bretonnian team. And it's going to be interesting. This Bretonnian versus Amazons, I have not seen that ever. I mean, ever. So I'm very curious to see who's going to be able to take the win. And it might actually be the Amazons, because a couple of star players in the bag, and with that goblin, can shear some of that armor off. Doesn't necessarily need to get past those skills, just needs to get the armor value break, and that's it. And hell, even armor value 9s are weak. Think about armor value 8 of the knights. Oh, changing weather, nice. And it is going to be a nice sideline kick, and so that's good for the Amazon team. But the Bretonnian team somehow flubs the pickup and goes out of bounds, and somehow ends up on the side of the Amazons. It's almost like they got kicked off too. But the Bretonnians, they will be able to get some of the bashes off first, and again, Amazons see if their higher TVs can be able to withstand the onslaught of the Bretonnian teams. Again, that armor value 7, that right there is the biggest glaring weakness of the Amazon team. That's kind of why they drop off in the later bits, because once everyone starts to get tackled, then their armor value 7 starts to just stick out like a huge sore thumb. Hey, what's going on, Bruce McHuge? Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate your watching, and also your words. It really means a lot to me, because boy, I've been doing this for such a long time, and sometimes I feel like I'm talking to myself. Although I kind of have to say that I do these replays and I end up talking to myself, right? Now the Bretonnian team's gonna set up. As you can see there, a lot of the newer players out there, if you guys are watching. Yes, look at this ball security. And sure, they don't need to have ball guys near the ball. They're just gonna have a big old screen up first and then attempt the ball pickup, because if you don't put up the screen first, then the Amazons will be able to just make it through to the ball and then be able to take it away from you. A lot of people will say, oh, look at the dice, oh, I got dice there, couldn't pick up the ball, but it's like, well, you didn't put up the screen first, you didn't square away the ball, so right there. Bretonnian team already taking up a nice little defensive posture on that ball pickup, but gets it anyways, so no worse for wear. Haha, thank you so much for that host, Bruce McHuge. Thank you so much. Now chainsaws. Oh, looks like he's gonna hit himself. Oh, and looks like he is gonna take himself out there, but not too badly. Not too badly, but nonetheless, that will cause a bit of a worry for the Amazon team. He needed that goblin to get the the cuts in on some of these Bretonnian players, and cutting himself is not exactly the ideal situation. Before they actually had a bug in which you could re-roll that. You couldn't re-roll that, but now they do, and unfortunately failed the loner roll and doesn't get to re-roll it anyways. And so that's a thing right there for these chainsaw. They did fix that in the last patch, and I'm really happy about that because that was extremely annoying to kind of deal with. Now this Bretonnian team, he's gonna just go back, kind of just hanging back by himself. No cage as of yet. And that might be a small little mistake, a little bit overconfident, I feel like. Amazons can definitely jump in the backfield, get a little bit fancy with the dice, and maybe get aggressive and hopefully get to the backfield and get that ball away. But looks like, oh man, couple of injuries against these Amazons, and 1-2 girls are out. And that could be it, but just one for now. And it's just going to be on the loner girl, so not a big deal, but still. You don't want to be down too much in numbers in the long run. Does have a couple of bench girls to come in. Let's take a look here at the Amazon team. Look at these girls. They're ready. I like that. Look, this one's got this cool little leopard claw going. That's awesome. Now the Ogre star player, Bertha. You know, if Bertha doesn't get some injuries off, then that would be a little bit of a waste here. At least Bertha does provide a big guy, more or less, in the center of the pitch. A big bone in the throat, as it were, against the Bretonnian team's defense, or even offense at this point. So that's something that the Bretonnian team has to kind of deal with. But luckily, again, Bretonnian team, lots of guys with guard, and also +1 in strength. That's going to help out against this Ogre for today's match, and I feel like this Ogre just kind of equalizes the strength on the pitch in the Amazon team. Well, you're not going to win much games if you're going to fail go for it rolls there, especially on the left side. And might have actually been squaring up to perhaps do a foul. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like it might have been a foul attempt here on this left side with that loner Amazon player. So that might have happened, except he failed to go for a roll. Ogre, ooh, took the both down die actually, and the blocker is going to take the wrestle, so won't be having that Ogre for the next bit. Well, that Ogre will be able to stand up, I guess, as long as it's not boneheaded, I guess. Now the Bretonnian team looks like it's all too easy at this point. It's just kind of like a lazy Sunday morning walk out in the lakeshore. Just wants to make sure that they are going to have a nice day and drift to the backfield and score it in leisure time here. Amazon team absolutely getting just rolled over at this point. Ogre is down. Line woman with guard, she's down. Missing GFIs over there on the left side. Can't really get much together. I got 2 games, so this game and another game, Undead versus Necromancer team, I want to say. Oh, I forget exactly, but I have this game and another game coming up, so this one will go on my YouTube channel though. So that's how many we got. And then tomorrow we have a couple more games coming out, and I believe it's going to be Halflings versus Sean 18's people. I forget what he's playing. I mean, now there's 32 teams, and so I'm kind of forgetting who's playing what nowadays. It's just kind of annoying me in a way because I usually memorize all of the teams and I have them all pretty much down pat, but 32 teams, it's a little bit much for me. Oh, there we go, Bonehead on that blitz even, and so won't even have the blitz in the next bit. Amazon team, oh man, they are crumbling at this point. Luckily, it is going to be the Bretonnian team's possession half, so as long as the Amazon coach keeps it together, doesn't panic, doesn't get too down on his luck, then hopefully be able to turn this around in the second half. But right now, oh man, this is absolute ponage at this point. Bretonnian team does not let up whatsoever and should be able to get this touchdown barring something crazy by the Amazon team, but it appears even just the normal things aren't working out for him. Yeah, I know. Well, I really wanted to show that Ogre team match, and I really wanted to showcase that game, but he quit on turn 7. And so it's hard for me to justify putting that on my channel and doing it. Now I did still do it on my Twitch channel, and it's up, but I mean, it's kind of a 1K show, and then he resigns. And even then, when he resigned, it was like, okay, yeah, he's probably going to lose, but still, I would have loved to have kind of talked more about the Ogre team, talk about the strategy and things like that. Heck, when he resigned, I was like, oh man, you know, I missed out on kind of talking about them and giving my theoretical thesis and, you know, all this really great stuff I had prepared. And then I was just like, man, you know what? I'm going to go to the Champions Ladder and I'm going to go play the Ogre team so that we can see something in the Champions Cup. But oh man, I just can't. I can't stand playing Ogre team, and so that's kind of what happened there. Oh man, Amazon team now at this point can only just hope for some sort of injuries here. Chainsaw, come on, got the KO. That's gonna be good, but really want some injuries at this point. Goblin is gonna go out pretty soon, and seeing how the Goblin's on the pitch, we might see the Bretonnian team score it right here now. But at the same time, I believe that the Bretonnian team, with all the extra players, can actually go and blitz down this Goblin star player Helmut, because this is going to be the one without the block ability, and so it will be a little bit easier to take him out. And there we go, mighty blow with that as well. So we'll be able to take the hit, and when he does take the hit, he does have a -2 to that armor roll as well. And there you go, 10, and then the catch T. Good enough, and it will cause the injury. So there we go. We'll be able to hold it for a lot longer now. Is there any point to not playing a bash team? Who can KO the most in this version, yeah? Well, I know. I mean, it just seems that way, but believe me, there's plenty of good reasons to take an elf team. Sure, you know, it's just one of those things where bash teams are easier to play because you're going to have your players on the pitch more often than not. And that's why for newer players I say, hey look, play the orc team, play the dwarf team, because those guys, you don't have to worry too much about injuries. Yeah, it still happens, but it's not as often as, say, an elven team. But definitely elven teams, they definitely can score at a moment's notice. If you know how to play them, then they are also very difficult to beat as well. So I mean, heck, I pretty much solely play Dark Elves by this point, and so I have to say that I can't go back. Once I started playing the Dark Elf team and was used to that Agility 4, I just can't seem to play any other team. I try to play Bash again, and I simply don't excel as much as I used to. That's kind of the thing. I'm so used to being able to just say, F it, I don't like how this offense is going, I'm just going to pull back and then just throw it at the end of the half. But you're not necessarily supposed to do that if you're playing these bashier teams. Now, there are throwers and things like that with Agility 3, but it's not as secure as having a Pro Elf thrower or Dark Elf runner that just kind of runs with it, get them accurate, get them past, things like that. And heck, I like having the ability for the majority of my elven pieces, if not all of my elven pieces, to be offensive threats, right? I mean, like, say for these linemen, if I wanted to hand it off to my lineman here, well, he's got 2 agility, and so he's not really an offensive threat. So that's kind of the deal there. I mean, I think there's gives and takes, and kind of a good give and take, right? I mean, that's why there's so many different teams in Blood Bowl. And there we go. Bretonnian team scores it rather easily against the Amazon team, and we'll be able to go up 1-0. And man, Amazon team not dispelling any myths at this point. It's going, oh boy, I am in for a rough one. Amazon team, as you can see, again, Armor Value 7 kind of rears their head here, and 2 of the girls are out. Granted, it's just a loner, and then another one that's a bit more of a better piece, but still, Apothecary has been blown for the Amazon team, and now they have to play, what, 2 girls down, and it was 9 let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 girls on the pitch versus a full complement Bretonnian team. They got the KO'd guy right there, but not a big deal whatsoever. And there we go, Bretonnian team actually scored a little bit early, so gives the Amazon team a small glimmer of hope. Might actually be able to score by the end of the half, and could actually get her own touchdown and maybe go into the second half and hopefully be able to get a 2-1 grind going. Hey, well, that'd be good. We'll see. Does have the +1 in agility, does have the thrower with sure hands and the accurate, so don't count out these girls as of yet. Hell, diving catch, so something goes a little bit unplanned there, then diving catch might actually be a thing. So some real offensive threats here, and that's kind of the thing for the Amazon team. Eventually you have to just kind of build them up more or less as a passing team, and again, sure they have access to dodge, but agility 3 and armor value 7. You might as well be playing you might as well be playing a pro elf team who's got nerves of steel and, you know, catchers with movement allowed 8 and, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, this tournament though has really been favoring the bass heavy teams, and hell, if you saw, what is it, the pro elves, the Elven Union, the team that I like the most in this tournament, they, well, I actually need to put that video up, right? But I need to put that video up. And then, but the Elven Union, the team that I like the most, I mean, they only allowed, what, 30 blocks, and they got massacred. But that doesn't happen all the time, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, you saw that? Yeah. There you go, Amazon team. And that's another thing about the Amazon team that I have to kind of harp about a little bit. Sure, they start off everyone with dodge, but 1 in 9 chance that you're gonna fail. And so if you end up needing to dodge everybody out, eventually you're gonna fail, and you're gonna cause a turnover. And it's kind of one of those things where you kind of have to dodge out. You don't want to base the other team, but at the same time, it's like you have to. Now the Bretonnian team breaks through after the Amazon team goes along the left side, looking to make a nice quick throw. Bretonnian team is going to make the blitz and get the floodgates open, force a dive. She doesn't have dodge, so with the last reroll, might actually have to use it on the dodge coming up. Thankfully, there is going to be a throw coming up, and we'll have a chance at least, but no pass skill and only a diving catch skill. So if the Amazon team has to make the rerolls now, then ooh, that might be too much to bear. And ooh, there we go. We'll be able to walk up and I'll actually be able to get the handoff, but it looks like it's just going to be a throw instead. Why not? Because that's just going to be a 2+, but it is a 3+ catch, but it does have catch ability on her at least. Oh, I had the default skills off. But there we go. We'll get the catcher right there. Boy, I had the default skills and I thought she didn't have catch, but she does have catch. But sure feet, oh, isn't so sure. She's going to fall on her tail, but luckily we got a reroll and we'll be able to get that touchdown. So Amazons, hey, look at that. We're going to have a game today, 1-1. Oh, look at that dance there. I almost feel like Amazon should have male cheerleaders, huh? Oh, yeah. Well, we will have a game for today's match. That's right. Oh, I'm happy about that one. 3 guys injured, or 2 girls and a guy. And Amazon team will have all the KO personnel back. So, hey, that'll be, what, 10 girls on the pitch? I'm excited for this. They'll actually be able to put up a nice little defense, I think. But Bretonnian team, +1 in strength for 2 blockers. Guard on the front 9. This might be too much. Who you rooting on? Who you rooting on to win, Bruce? Sounds like you want the Amazon team to take this. Personally, I kind of want to see the Amazon team do well, but I don't know. Bretonnians, they did win 2 Champions Cup, right? Oh, he says, bring it home, ladies. Well, let's see if they can do it. Let's see if they are able to bring it home. Here comes the kickoff. Amazon team's actually going to play way off. It looks like it's going to be a way short kick on this perfect defense. Uh-oh. This could be a good or a bad thing. And when the ball's kicked this short like this, you actually want to keep your personnel away from the front line so that if it bounces to your side, then you don't flub it back on the other side. Well, actually, no, actually, the ball will get thrown back if it gets bounced to the other side. So that's not a big deal. But still, looks like the Amazon team's playing way back. Oh, this is not the end of the half yet. Turn 8! Look at that, Bruce. You got me all in a tangent, and now I don't even know what turn it is. Nah, that's my fault there. That's okay. Hey, Amazon's team's going to play back, and Bretonnians hoped for a riot there, but didn't get it. And just going to get some hits on the front line, and hopefully be able to get some more injuries on the armor value 7. Amazons. Get tilted so hard when teams get based to oblivious. I love coaches that have mental fortitude to hang in there, pull it out despite numbers disadvantage. Ah, yes. You're right about that. So you must have really loved the last Champions Cup and the Wood Elf play. What about that, Bruce? What do we have to say about Wood Elves? Try to emulate that play. Yeah, last season's Wood Elf team was so hype. Oh, I tell you what, okay. I have a hard enough time just winning with my full Elven team, and then he just wins with basically 3 elves. Basically, just 3. Not even basically. It was just 3 elves. Wow. I'm still shivering over that one. It's just I'm done. I don't know. I don't think anything else could top that performance right there. As we go into the half 1-1, Amazon team is going to be able to tie it up. But we'll see if they'll be able to take the favor. Hey, Amazon, second half coming up. Hey, what's going on, Nate? Hey, what you doing today? Doing all right? Yeah. We have a couple of Blood Bowl games today. Later on, maybe play some South Park, but not later on today though, but quite possibly in the later bits. Have not played it yet. I got it like last week, but I've been playing some Breath of the Wild, Zelda on my new Nintendo Switch, so I'm a little bit preoccupied. High kick. Amazon team, main ball carrier, gonna be able to post herself right underneath. All right, no need for a pickup roll, and away they go. Amazon team. Bruce BQ says, "Amazons, take my energy." Oh, they're gonna need it, because if they don't get something rolling here, then this could be the end. Ogre does get a nice injury finally. You know, I was actually playing the Ogre team just to give it a go, and I tell you, my Ogres could not get an injury to save their lives. I mean, I just want SVP on my Ogres, damn it, and they're just not getting the injuries. It just kind of reminds you how difficult it is to get injuries and get SVP for your big guys, right? I mean, jeez. An odd Amazon. Well, she does still have boobies. Hey, everybody wants boobies. Oh no, I pointed them out. Don't worry, Bertha, we're with you in spirit. Amazons look like they're not going to waste any time. They're just going to go for the score. I guess why not? But the defense has just been runneth over by the Bretonnian team. Looks like we have the blitz throughs and a nice big block here, and he's going to be able to walk on through here. Nice. That's why you get the mighty blow. That's why you get the tackle, and even more so the +1 in strength. You don't want to be the one to judge? Well, they just want to live their life like everyone else. Oh yeah, look at the teats on that one, hey? Okay, enough of that imagery there. Bretonnians now gonna go and place a few guys right by the Amazon receivers. And again, diving catch. I guess worst come to worst, just throw it for her, and then even if it comes up inaccurate, so what? She can absolutely adjust and make it there to that uphill. We'll be able to take down the ogre. I see a lot of people doing that nowadays. I like slash not like it at the same time, so I don't know how to feel about it. I mean, yeah, okay, it's not really a high percentage chance that you're going to go down, but I mean, you're doing it with 2 red dice against someone with Mighty Blow, and it could really hurt big time, but it's only a 30% chance that it'll go wrong, so I guess it's not a big deal, but still. Bertha, I have breast cancer. Look, that's why you have to check that stuff every day, okay? Remember, you gotta use your palms, ladies and gentlemen. Checking for that breast cancer, you gotta use your palms of your hand, not your actual fingers. Yeah? Little tip for you guys. How's your sex life? Well, gotta be looking a lot better than this Amazon offense. Oh, GFI failed. Just wanting to get her just a tiny bit out of range, and unfortunately gonna fail that go for it ball, and the ball is now on the ground. Luckily though, nobody can really take advantage. Might be able to get a couple of guys marking it, but should be able to recover from this. I'm not extremely sure, but hopefully be able to. But oh boy, with that failed GFI. And this is why we do the move actions first and things like that, but you don't do GFIs when your girls are hanging out to dry like this, and now they are paying the price. And what a big one here. Stun on this left side. Might actually be able to get another hit. Oh, actually, we're done hitting there, so just a stun, so could have been worse for them, but all I see is Amazon wide open along the left side. Oh no, you guys are too much. And there, another big hit on the ogre, keeping Bertha down. Big Bertha, you're supposed to be playing, not lying on the ground. What happens? Supposed to be dominating the front, but that's the thing here about the Bretonnian team. Bit of an anti-bash team. Does have Dauntless for those knights, and the first skill ups for the blockers is usually going to be the guard ability, so they can normally contend with the higher strength guys. And Bertha just a little bit out of place here for this match, and a little bit surprised that we don't. I mean, I think the good and bad thing about the Legendary Edition is that, well, now they're coming out with new things. They have star players out that you can purchase and get, and that's going to be really great. Really changes up the game, but at the same time, I would have liked to probably see the wizard. Bretonnians, look at that. Gets the INT on the 6+. Holy crap. Amazons can't buy a break, and Bretonnian team is absolutely now in the driver's seat. Even has 4 Bretonnians in the backfield versus 3 girls. This is, I would almost say, all but over. But is it? We'll see though. But at this point, if the Amazon team wasn't thinking about giving up, they're probably thinking about it at this point here. We're gonna put up the default skills because it's kind of throwing me off a little bit for the time being. And anyways, all the action is gonna be pretty much centered here. I do like the skills that you can take away the default skills now, and you can still see what is going on, but sometimes they look very close to one another. Gonna fail that catch there. Lineman doesn't want to hold the ball anymore and says, hey Knight, why don't you come get it? You got catch. But catch It's 1 and 9 and Amazon team. Ho ho! Chance? Chance we say? Oh, we might have one here. Amazon team will be able to bash back, and now Bretonnians has maybe one too many guys down here. Might be able to pick this ball back up. Does have that thrower with that sure hands ability. Can't pick this up against the tackle zone, so 4+, just 75% chance of succeeding, so could be a thing here. Will she do it? Yes, gonna get that 4+, and does have the 3+ dodge within her, and she can huck it away. Will it be thrown to the +1 in agility girl? That's the question. Might be a thing. No, she's gonna throw it here to the left side and give it to the catcher, who's already made her move, but nonetheless gonna be squared away. No, won't be able to square it away. Sure feet fail again, wanting to keep the lineman at bay, and unfortunately gonna fail there. Bruce, this is a bad day for the Amazons. Vegeta, what does the scout say about her RNG level? Well, Vegeta says it's not looking good. That's what it says. Under 9,000? Awesome. Don't cry yet. At least the Amazon team still has the rock. Has it in the palm of her hands, and if anything at this point can still do something menacing with it, but we'll have to survive this blitz with the block ability. Gonna get the pushes, gonna have to re-roll that. Defender stumbles, that's not gonna be good enough here, and the Amazon team, whew, might be okay. Gonna get that hit off and actually hit her away, and then thought about it for a second, and then was like, you know what, I am gonna follow through. And now Amazon team maybe is going to get this hit off. We'll be able to release the blitzer, or actually the line woman here, and might be able to get a throw down the pit. So this could be it. Amazon team might be able to take the W. No, looks like the Amazon team is going to come back here, play a little bit more conservative. Game is still within hand, and so does smell out perhaps a win. Perhaps. I would have liked to blitz right there and then maybe give the throw off in the down the field or something like that. But we'll see. Ooh, Big Bertha does have break tackle, so we'll be able to get a 2+ dodge away at the very worst. But did get the 6, and so could actually make another dodge if need be. With that break tackle not being used with the first bit. The Rock is in this game. That's right. Oh, you little peons out there. Oh, look at this blitz coming out from the catcher. And, boy, actually he's going to hang her out to dry a little bit. I would have actually loved to see the Amazon team just take the gamble and just throw down the pitch and then leave the linewoman over here at the back left side and quite possibly take the W, because there will be no Bretonnian team really to catch up. Maybe this guy right there, but no, actually he moved to that spot. So there's practically no one. I almost would have loved to have seen that instead. Release the girl over here on this right side. Get over here. Doesn't even need to get the touchdown area. Maybe get to maybe the 1 or 2 yard line. Throw it to her and then get at least 1 or 2 people by her and still continue to menace for the touchdown. But I'm gonna play it safe, and unfortunately safe means that you could end up being sorry. Oh man. Yeah, left the ladies. I mean, the Amazons are playing so weird. It's almost as if the Amazon player was like, you know what, guys, I'm done with playing Blood Bowl. You can have the win, Bretonnian team. But I just don't understand why. I mean, how many of us would just been like, you know what, F it. I'm just gonna go and huck it deep and pray for the best. Why not, right? But that didn't happen. No 24-karat magic in the air. Scores goal, looks at the camera. What can I say except you're welcome? Amazon team somehow does recover though. And here we go. Might actually, now will we see some magic? Well, actually, they picked they picked it up with the... They already picked it up, so can't really throw it to anyone. Maybe throw it to this guy, but then already touched up. But why not just hand it off? At least 4+ try. I don't understand the play here. At least hand it off to her because she didn't move yet. Hand it off 4+, and then a 3+ dodge away, and then again she's off to the races on the left side. What's going on? And this is why I say, people, once you play a Bash team to start off with, play an Elven team because then you'll be able to see these kinds of plays, these desperation kind of moves after a while. Hey, what's going on, Uppercase? Nice to see you today. Amazon versus Bretonnian team. Right now, Amazons are just looking just so weird. Definitely. I mean, weird is definitely the word. Bretonnians are struggling to take advantage of the weirdness and gonna fail the dodge. And Amazon team yet again has a chance. Turn 15. She's gonna dodge away. 1 and 9 doesn't happen. She's gonna move up. And will she go for the go-for rolls? No, she's not. 2 re-rolls in hands, but not feeling the go-for rolls any longer. I don't blame the Amazon team because all the GFIs that they have missed today. So here comes the blitz. We'll be able to get the push combination here. Push him a little bit further, and then after that, probably be able to put up a better screen here. There we go. And maybe one more over the top if you can. Yes! We'll be able to put one over the top, maybe, if you get the go full rolls. Oh, it's going to go here to the left side. Why not put it to this corner here? I don't know, but nonetheless, opts to put her there because I guess she's got guard, so that would be a little bit better, but I don't know. I would have liked this a little bit more because then at least the knight won't be able to get a easier time at the blitz. I mean, hell, give me the 2 red die block with tackle any day of the freaking week. You herds? Amazon team, though, does have a chance to win on turn 16. Bretonnian team needs to muster up a defense. Can it be done? Wow, this is actually a real game now after all these flubs, all the weird practices done by the Amazon team. You call them weird. Amazon team says, aha, I have them just where I want them, my friends. Do not question the bishop. And here we go. +1 in strength. And we'll make the dodge, we'll make the blitz, and that's why I like the girl over the top right there instead. But 1 die blitz, nonetheless, gonna get the defender down die right on top of that re-roll. Could have been a skull, but in the end, disaster for the Amazon team. It's now 1-1. Ball lands right in the hands of the blocker. Turn 16 coming up for the Bretonnian team, and I think at this point, gonna be just happy with going into the overtime period. Holy crap. This is going into OT, guys. This could be OT. The Amazons have a prime opportunity to score. Oh, no, you didn't, Nate. Wow. So, I mean, right here, small positioning mistakes, weird placement, and we're at this point, but oh, here comes the defender, stumbles, and the ball will fly out once again. Ball gets thrown into the back of the touchdown. Oh, what a terrible throwback. It's going to go back in the same spot, and oh no, this is going to go quite possibly in the hands of the Bretonnian team. No, it's going to fail, and it's going to be marked up 2 ways, sideways here by the Bretonnian team, and that will end pretty much all hopes. Maybe get this +1 agility girl over there, but at this point, why risk it? Just get the 2 die block in there, push her into it, and that'll be it. No more Amazons in range, and we're gonna go into OT, ladies and gentlemen, after some weirdness. Oh, actually, the Bretonnian team still has another round, so we might not go into OT. We got 2 knights here in the backfield. Diving tackle will stand all things there. And 1 receiver left. Does have a blitz here. Bretonnian teams can end all misery right now because such misplays by the Amazon team hasn't necessarily been punished. But what can you do when Nuffle stops you at every single turn? But Nuffle be damned. Here comes the lineman with the hit. Does have the wrestle, but all he needs is the push. Does get the push. Just needs to pick up. Will it be there? Bretts does get the pickup. Will he be able to get the throw? 3+ throw into a 3+ catch, but catch gets everything. Knight says good night, Amazons, and with that, we'll be able to take the win. No overtime here. 2-1 after the Amazon team looked like they were quite possibly going to take the win. Oh man, Amazons, why oh why have thou forsaken me? 2-1 goes to the Knights of Good after Hughsebio almost lets one slip away, but again, near the end, got a little bit muffled, could not take advantage of the tremendously poor positioning by the Amazon team, and even at the end, finally was able to get things right. One die blitz coming out, and that was the end of all things. Again, I'd like to kind of recap of why or how maybe the Amazon team may have lost, but there I just feel like the girls just didn't want it. Just plain didn't want it. I ruined everything. Ball possession wise, I can see there 52 blocks by the Bretonnian team, 2 KOs, 3 injuries. The first half injuries were going great, but then none really happened there for the Bretonnian team in the second half, and because of that, the Amazon team was actually able to continue to stay within pace of perhaps winning the ball game at the end. 32 blocks for the Amazon team. As you see for SPP wise, got a bunch out of that one. Dice rolls though, man, Knights of Good actually rolled a bunch more ones and a whole bunch more 6s, and so it kind of was looking pretty bad there. And I feel like this more or less came at the end of the match. Dodge rolls, 4 successes, then 3 fails, so couldn't get the dodges when he needed it. But let's see, the girls want to have fun. Look at this here. Go for it rolls. This is way too many go for it rolls right there. 13 successes and then 6 failures. And that's yet another thing that the Amazon team lacks as well, right? So they start off right with dodge for every girl and then 4 blitzers with blodge. But I mean, they have armor value 7, gets weaker over time, very much can be taken advantage of. And then on top of that, the tackle will come in the later TVs, and so your dodge advantage is slowly eroded away. And then right there, right here, this stat, just not enough movement for the Amazon team. I feel like, yeah, they got 6, it's about average, but average movement allowance doesn't necessarily win you the games in which you need to play more of a kind of dodgy / passy kind of offense. What a difference it would have made there at the end if the Amazon catcher was on top, could have moved a couple more spaces, right? I mean, it would have been a huge difference. Nonetheless, though, we are where we are at, and let's go ahead and take a look here quickly at the brackets. Girls just want to have fun. Well, they had a lot of fun, all right, at the expense of everyone else watching. And there we go, actually 3 votes for the Amazon team, actually. But in the end, Bretonnians take it 2-1. And my predictions are spot on. 6 correct, none incorrect. We're going to begin the next game in just a moment.